So I'm going to be using this POREfessional. This is from Benefit, and I'm just going to be putting a little bit of this on the back of my hands. And it comes out tinted like that. And I'm just going to be putting this on my cheeks and on my nose area just to minimize the size of my pores. So this, and start dotting this on where I have really big pores. And I want to press this in and make sure it fills my pores really nicely. So I can already see that it's starting to blur the size of my pores, and I like patting this in better than swiping it. So basically make sure I get in the little crevices of my nose, and we're just going to be taking that. And then I also have really large pores right in between my eyebrows, so I'm just going to put that in there, make sure it gets filled very nicely. Oh, that face mask smelled so good. And my skin feels really good, but the face mask is too big for my face. So then I'm just going to be using the Wet n Wild Dewy one. Also putting this on the back of my hands. Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh, crap. Oh my god, it just literally like squirted. Alright, so we're just going to put this on my face. Oh my god, this is way too much. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose and under the eyes, because we going to look glowy apparently because I put way too much on. Ugh.
You want to die, Villa.
And as usual, Devin's in the room to say inappropriate stuff. Alright. We're going to look all nice and Tin Man. So I'm just placing that little highlighter. I am putting that over the POREfessional one. And a little bit on the eyes, might as well, because I put way too freaking much on. Okay. So we're just gonna... Alright guys, so I'm actually gonna go move on to my brows. So I'm just gonna be using the Sigma dark brown powder. This is from Sigma Beauty. It's gonna hurt my thumb. Alright, so I'm just gonna do like a little ombre. So I'm gonna start with the dark shade, and I'm using a Luxie 215 small angled brush. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm gonna be tracing underneath my eyebrows with the lighter shade. Like that. And then going up and kind of shaping the top out. And then don't worry if you mess up, just because we will be going back in. So now I'm going to be taking a little bit of the darker shade, and I'm just going to be filling in that tail. And then I'm just going to be using what's left over on the brush just to blend the two shades together. And then you have a nice little snatched brow. So we're just going to be doing the same thing on this side of the brow. And I'm just going to be kind of filling in that section just so it all runs nice and smooth. Be using the Elizabeth Mott Queen of Fills, and I'm just going to be using this not so much as like just for the colored, but just because it's a brow gel, and I need to do this so my eyebrows don't go, they stay in place. So I'm just going to be lightly just doing this, and I'm going to be focusing majority of the product right here, just so the longer hairs don't move. So I would just place some right here, and then definitely more towards the middle of my eyebrow and detail, just so it all stays in place. So now I'm going to be using the Chella Ivory Lace highlighter, and this is basically just like a little concealer pencil that I love. So I'm just going to be going underneath the eyebrow and above. Just so we get a super snatched eyebrow, and it cleans up any mistakes that we had made throughout the process of filling the eyebrows. I'm just going to be using my ColorPop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair 5, and this concealer is so good. So I'm just going to be using a little bit. I put too much on that eye, but I swear you only need a little bit. I'm going to be using that same little compacted brush. Oh, I used too much, but it's okay, it's okay. This concealer can literally hide anything. It could probably hide, I don't even know where I was going with that, but oh, this concealer is so good. It gives me life. Okay. I'm going to be using the JACLYN Hill palette from MORPHE, and my dress is blue and black, so I'm trying to like stick with that kind of theme. So I know when I reviewed the palette, I did a look similar to this, and I really wanted to do a blue, put blue in the do a blue halo eye, and then in the middle have like silver, but I don't have a matte blue shade, so I'm changing it. But the show must go on, so let's continue. So we are using the JACLYN Hill palette, and I'm just gonna start out with the yellow shade in the palette, and I'm gonna be using this as a transition shade. So, and I'm not going to be setting the eyes, because I find that without setting the concealer on the eyes, I feel like the colors are a little bit more pigmented, and I feel like they stick a lot better too. So I'm just going to be using this as a transition shade, that way everything blends seamlessly and it doesn't look so harsh and messy. Oh my god, I think my dog farted and it smells so freaking horrible. A little bit of a denser brush, and we're going to be going into the next shade next to it, which is a warm brown. So we're just going to use this, and I'm going to start blending this a little bit lower than the mustard yellow shade, and I'm just going to start packing this on. An even smaller little brush, and we're going to be going into this darker brown right here, and then I'm going to be tucking this even closer, and we're just going to start smoking out the outer edge and bringing it in. Ooh, I think that's a little too dark, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Super pigmented, definitely, in my book. Alright. So I'm just gonna go super light and we're just gonna start dragging it halfway in. With darker colors, you definitely need to spend time and blend. You definitely want to build up the shade before you even consider putting more on. So you definitely just want to take it. Woo! I almost dropped the palette. You want to take it and you just want to start dragging it in. And then you want to blend in those transition shades. That way it's a little bit of a nicer blend. So we're just going to blend and bring in and blend, bring in. Tell you that blending is going to be the key to having a seamless look. More of that yellow shade just to blend the two colors together, because we don't want that yellow to get lost from all the blending. I'm gonna use this blue, and we're yeah, okay. So we're just gonna place it on the eye with your finger, because I like using the finger way better. And I'm choosing this color just because I think it blends well. I mean, it blends. It goes well with. I'm gonna grab a little bit of a more defined and skinnier brush. Then we're gonna grab some more of that blue. And I'm gonna get even closer and have a nicer line. Going back in with that shade, and I'm actually gonna mix it with this little bit. It's more of a mixing it with this shade right here. This is a little bit more of a red tone, just to give it some more life. And then this will also help just blend this your outer V with the blue. So we're just gonna be blending those shades together, and okay. Oh, what the frick? Ah! So I actually feel like this blue is a little bit too dark, so I'm just going to be tapping very lightly into this turquoise color, and we're just going to be lightly placing it on top, just because I feel like it's my eyes look very, 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 very dark. So we're just going to be tapping that on top, and I think that looks beautiful. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be using. It is the two-step mascara. So we're just going to start with the first step, and this is what the wand looks like. So we're just going to be using this. And I would go for a waterproof mascara, that way when you're sweating, it's not going to come off. Wild foundation, so I'm going to be using some of this. This is in the shade Soft Ivory. So I'm just going to be placing this all over the skin. Why does this kind of smell like apples? This kind of reminds me of the way apples smell. So I'm just going to be placing that on the skin, and I think I actually want to add some of this L'Oreal Infallible Glow, so I'm going to place that. And this is in the shade, probably Ivory, I think. Singing? So I'm just going to be using the City Color Contour Stick, and I'm choosing this one. I'm going to warm it up on the back of my hand just because it hasn't been used in a little bit. And we're just going to contour. And I'm only going to do one side of my face at a time, just because I don't want it to be too hard to blend out. Alright, so we're going to move back on to the face. And we're going to start out with concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age-Arrived Erase Dirt Circle Treatment. This is the illuminating one. So this stuff is really full coverage. So I'm only going to be using this one at the beginning of my eyes. Ooh, I popped some of that out. And then I'm taking the ColorPop No Filter down underneath, just because the Maybelline one is a little bit too pink for my eyes, but I still like to use it just because it's so good. And then we're gonna, ooh, that was really awkward. Okay, so now we're just gonna illuminate the face, do some cleaning up. All right. With the Wet n Wild's Mega Glow contouring palettes, and gonna be using my go-to brush with the Banana Shade, which is gonna bring a lot of life back to the skin, I promise. Guys, so moving along to the face, we're gonna be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Feisty. And this is a Luxie 524, which is gonna bring some life back to my skin. Just because I went really ham on the concealer. Moving back to the eyes, I forgot to do a wing, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just mapping it out. And then I'm going to be drawing it Oh, this side's always so weird to do. Alright, so you guys can't really see this, so I will show you when I'm done. That was literally so freaking frustrating. Oh my god. Oh well. Alright, so guys, so now I'm using the Tarte Park Avenue Princess with a Wet n Wild angle brush just to warm up my skin. That way I don't look so freaking pale. Highlighting, this is the 522, and I'm using the Mary Luminizer highlighter from the Balm, and we're just going to be putting this in the cheek, and we're going to bring it up. A little bit on the forehead. A little bit on the chin, not too much, but just enough. And then I'm gonna take this on my pinky finger and we're going to go up. And then on the tip of our nose for that button nose effect. And then on the Cupid's bow. And then I like to put the rest on the middle of my lip. Alright guys, I finally got those freaking eyelashes on. So now we're just going to be using the mascara and just doing step 2 to mesh my real lashes and my fake lashes together. Alright. Alright, let's do the lips now. Alright, so guys, I'm just going to be using this. Oh, this is a glossy lip. This is not what I wanted. Be right back. Using this BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick, and I don't know what the shade is, so I'll put it on the screen. So it smells so good. Why do I always get it on my teeth? Alright guys, that is the end of today's little get ready with me slash makeup tutorial. Sorry, my nose itches and I'm trying not to mess up my makeup. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful prom, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little 2-part hair slash makeup. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, you guys are beautiful.